Hello everyone! Welcome to a new video on my channel. I hope you enjoy it. Mom, look at all these boxes. Hearing my daughter's voice always fills my heart with joy. She is my whole life, and my goal is to raise her well, making sure she never feels the absence of her father. You might be wondering, what happened when the doctor told me I was pregnant? It was a big shock. So many thoughts raced through my mind, but I never considered having an abortion. I couldn't take the life of an innocent child. She would become the light of my life and my greatest happiness. After the initial shock, I called my dad to tell him the news. At first, he was surprised, but then I heard excitement in his voice. He was thrilled to finally have a grandchild. He insisted that I move back in with them so they could take care of me during the pregnancy. I had no choice but to agree. I left my apartment and returned to my parents' home. Their warmth and support made me feel safe, and they understood how difficult this situation was for me. The months passed, and the day finally came to meet my baby. On July 6th, the happiest moment of my life arrived when I heard my baby girl, Sarah, cry for the first time. Because of the law, I had to live in the same city as the father, which meant moving back to my hometown after 4 years. My parents were overjoyed. They could now be close to both their granddaughter and me. I went back to work to provide the best life for Sarah. My parents helped by looking after her while I worked, and everything was going well, until things took another turn. One day, I came back from work to pick up Sarah, only to find my sister Teresa and my ex-husband Jason at my parents' house. Jason had proposed to Teresa. The wound in my heart reopened. Inside, I was burning with pain, but I refused to let them see me broken. I kept my emotions hidden and said calmly, "Congratulations on your engagement. I wish you both happiness." One day, Teresa came to me, smiling, and said, "Natalia, I haven't seen you in so long. I really want you to come to my wedding." I exploded in anger. "Are you joking with me? Do you still have the nerve to talk to me?" I didn't say anything more. I got in my car, holding back my tears. But when I looked at Sarah's smiling face, I felt calm and knew everything would be okay. That evening, while setting up Sarah's bed, I kept thinking about the sadness and regret I had seen in Jason's eyes when he looked at me and our daughter. I spent the entire night replaying the events of the day in my mind. The next morning, I took Sarah to my parents' house as usual before heading to work. To my shock, I ran into Jason, standing at the door. "Jason, what are you doing here?" "I came to talk to you." "What?" "I have nothing to say to you." "Really? Don't we have anything to talk about? What about our daughter?" "What are you talking about?" He looked straight into my eyes and said, "She looks just like us, Natalia. Sarah is our daughter." "I'm late for work. I need to go." But Jason insisted, his voice full of regret. "Natalia, I never had the chance to apologize. I know what I did was wrong, and I deserve every bit of pain for betraying your trust. Since our divorce, everything in my life has fallen apart. My colleagues at work treated me like dirt after finding out what happened. I couldn't bear it and quit my job. Even my closest friends avoided me. They didn't want to stay friends with a cheater. The only person who stayed by my side was your sister, Teresa. She was all I had, and I want to build a life with her now. But, Natalia, I don't want there to be hate between us. I want us to talk and clear things up." I looked him in the eyes and said, "Yes, Sarah is your daughter, but you will never be part of her life. I want you out of our lives. Don't ever show your face again." With tears in my eyes, I left for work, wishing only to be with my daughter and live a normal life with her, without anyone taking her away from me. Before this, I had told my mom to make sure Jason wouldn't be alone with Sarah. "You need to let Jason see his daughter, Natalia. Sarah deserves to know her father." I was angry, but deep down, I knew she was right. Sarah needed to know her father. I realized that I couldn't let the past destroy my life. I needed to move forward and create a happy life. So, I decided to let Jason visit Sarah once a week. It hurt me to see Sarah smiling when she came back from her visits with Jason. I didn't want anyone to take her away from me, but I knew I had to teach her how to live in this world. Sarah was a smart girl, and with her in my life, I never felt lonely. She brought warmth and joy into my heart. We spent holidays together, traveling and doing what we loved. She worked hard in school and became a pediatrician after graduating. Sarah trusted me and listened to my advice. I taught her not to let the past control her life and not to rely on anyone but herself. She also taught me not to hold grudges. Over time, my relationship with Jason became peaceful. There were no more fights or conflicts between us, and that brought happiness into my life. I hope you enjoyed this story. Stay tuned for new stories every day. Thank you for watching. See you next time.